So in this video, I'm going to show you some of the basic drawing tools, and we won't be very precise about this. The idea is just to sort of explore how you input various commands when you're drawing in AutoCAD. So I've opened a file and I've given it a name. I'm on the Home ribbon, so I clicked on the Home tab, and I have this assortment of drawing tools. This is known as the ribbon. In the first panel, I have a number of sort of drawing icons present. These will allow me to draw different elements in AutoCAD. For example, there's the circle. Now, you'll notice that there's a little arrow below the icon. When you click on that, you get a number of options for how you input the location, the size, and other parameters of various drawing objects. So for example, if I pick center radius, it's going to first ask me, and you'll notice that as I move my cursor around, I'm asked for certain kinds of information. It says specify center point for circle. So if I left click, that will establish the center of the circle, and I can either input a value like 2, for example, and then press enter, and it'll draw a circle with a radius of 2. You can input circles using other methods. For example, I could use the 2-point method, and that would allow me to snap to 2 points, and it will construct the circle between those 2 points. I can use a 3-point method of entry, and it will choose 3 points along the circumference of the circle. There are other tools like line, for example. If I click on line, AutoCAD will ask me for the first point, and then it'll ask for the next point. Now I can leave the command by pressing enter. So now AutoCAD is waiting for its next command. I can also input one point, input the next point, and if I don't enter, I can continue selecting points. Okay, as soon as I press enter, AutoCAD is ready for the next command. There's the arc command, and again, it has a number of means in which you can input an arc. If I do 3-point, for example, pick 3 points, and it will construct the arc between those points. I can establish a start, a center, and an end. And I would say that the best way to get used to these various means of input is just simply to play around with them. There are other tools like the rectangle tool. There is also the polygon tool. Let's make a rectangle. With a rectangle, it will ask for a first point and a second point. For a polygon, it will ask me how many sides I want first. So let's say I want to make an 8-sided polygon. It'll ask me for the center of the polygon, and I'll select a point. I can either make it inscribed or circumscribed about a circle. I'm not working with the circle at the moment, so it won't matter. We'll get to that later in the course. There's also the ellipse tool. So you can make various sized ellipses. Again, it's a matter of selecting points when prompted. And the last tool on the drawing panel that I'll walk you through is Polyline. Polyline has certain special characteristics, a little bit different than a line. It can, as you can see with this little icon, generate curves within a line, but basically what happens when you make a polyline, if it has multiple segments like this one that I'm drawing, I'll press enter again to leave the command. Notice if I highlight the object, the entire thing illuminates. Now this is the line that I used before, and when I hover over it, only that segment illuminates. So these are individual objects as opposed to a polyline, which is one constructed element, and it can have multiple lines with. So I would continue to play around with these tools. Don't worry too much about precision. Just explore how they work, how you input information, how that affects the way that these drawing components will appear on the screen.